Governor Lamont is stressing Connecticut will not rush to reopen our state, the economy that is, until we are all ready. Channel 3's Matthew Campbell will be joining us a little bit later on in the broadcast with a look at what the governor had to say and all the other obstacles that we are now facing. Other news tonight, there are more demands to release prisoners now that one has died from COVID-19. Protesters argue that death is exactly the kind of thing they were trying to avoid. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Mike Savino is live outside Hartford Superior Court now with all the details. Mike.
Yes, and Dennis, the Department of Corrections still has not identified the inmate who died on Monday, but the advocates familiar with the case say that he's exactly the kind of person they were trying to protect. He's over 60, he has underlying health issues, and he was scheduled for release.
This is a real problem. It's essentially something that needs to be acted on immediately.
With Monday's death of an inmate from coronavirus, calls for Governor Lamont and the Department of Correction to change their response. There have been several protests over the last week demanding the release of more inmates.
It's just scary. A lot of people are sick. They're not really getting treatment.
The DOC did not identify the inmate. Commissioner Roland Cook said in a statement, "One death is too many." He joins the more than approximately 600 Connecticut residents who've lost their lives to this tragic disease. "We will continue to do everything possible to keep the offenders and staff safe." But ACLU Executive Director David McGuire says the inmate could have been saved.
What we saw happen last night is a 60-year-old with lung disease who was cleared for release last month, who was still inside and died as a result of being incarcerated.
The DOC says it's released nearly 900 inmates from March 1st through Friday. It's also moving all male inmates to Northern Correctional Institution. But advocates for mass release say prisons are not designed to contain a virus outbreak. 21 inmates tested positive for coronavirus as of April 6th. 1 week later, that was up to 166 positives, a nearly 700% increase. Statewide numbers only grew by roughly double over that same period. As for women and juveniles, there's no special location. Instead, isolation wings will be set up inside York and Manson correctional institutions. Paul Glaringhouse represents a woman in York with cancer and diabetes.
They're just basically taking a chance that they can just let these people live or die, and nobody's going to care.
And shortly, a short time ago, the DOC put out new numbers for today, showing that 118 staff members have now tested positive, and the number of inmates is up to 182. We reached out to family members trying to confirm the identity of that inmate who died, but they did not talk with us today. Reporting live from Hartford, Mike Savino, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.